guys, Saf here on SuperSaf TV, and we've got the brand new iPhone SE 2020 edition in the house. This is the cheapest brand new iPhone you can buy right now. Lots of hype around it. Let's go ahead, get it unboxed and see what it's got to offer. So at the front of the box, we do have a picture of the front of the iPhone, and it's got the iPhone logo on the left and right, as well as the Apple logo on the top and the bottom. Out of the plastic. All right. Designed by Apple in California. And here is the device. Wow, that feels so small. It's so weird because I'm so used to the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Now, as well as the iPhone SE, you do get a bit of paperwork. You get a SIM card tool. There's a Product Red leaflet because this is the Product Red edition. For those of you guys who don't know, Apple works with the charity Red, and a portion of the sales from Product Red items from Apple do go towards HIV and AIDS programs. However, for the time being, they are going to be going towards COVID-19 programs. So definitely a good thing. And inside the box as well, we have a USB to Lightning cable, some Lightning earpods, as well as a 5-watt power brick. Now, the iPhone SE 2020 does support fast charging, but that charger is sold separately, and it also does support Qi wireless charging. Now let's get to the iPhone itself, and let's get rid of the plastic. I really can't get over how small this is. I've not used a small phone like this for such a long time. And just to give you some perspective, here is my iPhone 11, and you can just see the size difference. This also feels so much lighter. It's only around 148 grams. Now this is the red version, of course, but there is also a black version as well as a white version available. We've got an aluminium frame with a glass here on the back. It's quite premium, but in the words of my friend Jerry Rig Everything, glass is glass and glass can break. So I definitely recommend picking up a case for this from our video sponsor Spigen. I've been using Spigen cases myself for many years, and my personal favorite is definitely the Liquid Air, which is minimal and provides a good balance between size and protection. But they've got a huge variety of cases for the iPhone SE, including for the first time some red cases. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to pick up a Spigen case for your iPhone SE. Now the new iPhone SE is IP67 water and dust resistant, and yes, it looks pretty much the same as the iPhone 8. It's exactly the same in terms of the dimensions, the button placements, the camera placement. One of the new things that we've got is that the Apple logo is now more towards the center to match the newer iPhones. And if we look towards the front, once again, pretty much the same as the iPhone 8. One of the things that we have this time is that across the board, all of the colors now have a black front. We don't have a white front anymore. And yes, we have those bezels. Now, I know there's going to be lots of people going crazy in the comments saying, how can you have these big bezels in 2020? Well, if you're somebody who's complaining about that, then this phone probably isn't for you. And taking a look at this display, it is a 4.7-inch Retina HD display, and it does have the same pixel density, 326, the same contrast ratio, as well as the same peak brightness, 625 nits, as the iPhone 11. The biggest difference, however, is that you do have a much better screen-to-body ratio on the iPhone 11 compared to the iPhone SE. Now, honestly speaking, I think the target audience for this device coming in at this cheaper price point probably won't really care about the bezels. One advantage, shall we say, that you do get with having these bezels is that there is Touch ID. So we've got the fingerprint scanner here on the home button. Now, I do really like Face ID, but you guys have probably heard me say before that I do prefer a physical fingerprint scanner, which is just much more convenient, much faster, works in many more situations. If you've got a mask on, for example, Face ID is not going to work if you are in bed and your face is halfway sunken in the pillow. Once again, Face ID is not going to work, but you're going to be able to use Touch ID. So you can kind of see that as a positive. Now, although the outer shell is pretty much the same as the iPhone 8, the biggest improvement that we've got is on the inside. This is powered by the Apple A13 Bionic chip, and this is the same chip That's in the iPhone 11, the iPhone 11 Pro, as well as the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Now those phones are priced much higher than this, especially if you look at the iPhone 11 Pro and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. They're more than twice, maybe 2.5 times more expensive than this. So it is quite impressive to see that level of chipsets on this device. And that means things are going to be very, very smooth along with iOS 13. And also this, in terms of software and performance, is going to last you a decent amount of time. In addition to that, you do get camera improvements because the A13 has its image signal processor, so it's going to be able to process images much better than the iPhone 8 did. Front-facing camera is 7 megapixels. It can film at up to 1080p. It also supports portrait selfies, which we didn't have on the iPhone 8. And the rear-facing camera is 12 megapixels. It can film up to 4K at 60 frames a second. Supports extended dynamic range at 4K up to 30 frames a second. It also supports portrait mode, which works for people, not objects. But these are features that are now enabled thanks to the A13 Bionic chip. Definitely let me know if there's a SuperSaf style camera comparison that you'd like me to do of the iPhone SE. And let me know which device you'd like me to put this up against in the comments below. Now, I'm not sure of the exact size of the battery in here. I'd assume it's similar to the iPhone 8, so it's not going to last you the same amount of time as the iPhone 11s, but because it does have the A13 Bionic chip, that is quite power efficient. So we'll see how long this lasts. We do have stereo speakers. There's one bottom firing and there's one in the earpiece. And this is available in 3 storage versions, 64, 128, and 256 gigabytes. They are, of course, at different prices, but this starts at £419 or $399. And for that reason, I think this is going to be selling very, very well. And if the iPhone 11s are outside of your budget, then this is going to be a much more affordable option. I would, however, recommend going for the 128 GB version, just so you don't have to worry about storage going forward. It is around $50 or £50 more. And that is the iPhone SE 2020. What do you guys think about it? Are you going to be picking one up? And what coverage would you like me to do with it going forward? Definitely let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then do hit that thumbs up button for me. And if you haven't already, then be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future coverage. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time.